I think streaming is going to get bigger and bigger. Truth is, like, streaming and like online content creation and stuff like that is going to get a lot bigger. The reason, like, why it's going to get so big, I'll explain. This will be an NFT soon. Okay. So, what I'm showing here is the age groups. So right now, streaming is, and like online content creation is really only hitting, it's only hitting the 20s to 30s, right? So you're not seeing a lot of people that are 30 to 50, especially in the upper ends, right? Like 50, like, you know, 48 and stuff like that, age demographics. But the thing is, like, the age demographics in 10 years, it's not like the people that are 20 and 30 are going to just stop watching content. They're going to continue watching content. The reason why people that are 50 now are not watching content is because they didn't grow up watching content. They're not conditioned to do that. And boomers, right, actual baby boomers, are not doing that either. Now, obviously, some of them are, but as a general rule, right now, people who are 50 years plus are probably not consuming content on YouTube as often as people who are 20, despite them having relatively similar amounts of free time. What are they doing instead? They're watching television. Now, what's the difference between television and online content? Familiarity. They're familiar with television, and they're not familiar with online content. And in 10 years, right, these people who are, let's say, 40 or whatever, and then whenever they get to 50, well, then some of them are still going to go and do that, right? And then the people that are 20 to 30 are going to go to 30 to 50. They're going to continue watching content and watching streamers. So in 20 years, right, in a large period of time, then you're going to see the people that are 50 plus actually consuming content as much. So you're actually going to see way more growth. And where are you going to see this growth? You're going to see this growth especially in this age range. Because this age range, here's what's special about 30 to 50. 30 to 50 are people that have a lot of money. If you are 30 to 50 years old, you probably have a decent job. You probably have, like, or you don't probably have a decent job. You probably have a higher probability of having a decent job versus somebody who's 20 to 30. Like, if you're 44 years old, the chances are you have a better job than whenever you were 23. The chances are. Now, obviously, that's not the case with everybody. But as a general rule, it is. Most people in their 30s have a decent job. Like, all of my friends, like, everybody who I know now, it has a decent job. Almost everybody. I mean, some people don't, but almost everybody has a decent job. The more older you are, the more likely you are to not spend money frivolously. I don't know about that, man. I think that fucking I really don't. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Depends on what you do, what your view of a decent job is. Are we really going to debate the idea that people who are 25 probably have less job prospects than people who are 45? And the same person who is 25 probably has a better job, a better time finding a job 20 years later than whenever they're 25? Like, why are we debating common sense? Depends on the field. Programmers and porn. Okay, well, you almost made up an entire 0.1 of the percentage of the population, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Yeah, as a general rule, this is true. I don't agree with this much. Millennials have shit wages and also getting kids around 30. Really? So you think that the millennial who grew up in the 2007 recession and had trouble getting a job for $8 an hour now is probably making, realistically, probably $15 to $20 an hour? Like, that's a massive improvement. That's a huge improvement. Most people past 30 and family won't spend money on useless stuff like Twitch. That is not true. Like, dude, people spend money on so much stupid shit, it's insane. Like, that's just not true. Like, people spend money on so much stupid stuff. Like, here, I'll give you another statistic. Go ahead and see if we can find it here. According to Flurry Analytics, 25 to 34-year-old females are the most valuable demographic for advertisers and publishers. 18 to 34. Most coveted demographic. It's kind of hard to get any other information about this. First result on Google, nice. Well, this is a resounding thing, right? I mean, like, does it really not make sense? The people that have disposable income are more valuable to advertise to? Is this really a debatable topic? Social media marketing targeting older demographics costs more, and it won't in 10 years, because in 10 years people who grew up on MySpace are going to be 40. I'm not going to name anybody here, but I think we can all think of a few people like that. And in 20 years they're going to be 50. People that grew up on MySpace are going to be 50 years old in 10 years, in 20 years. Isn't that crazy? So I'll shut your mouth. Are you, like, what are you upset about them saying? Lone Adam, what are you mad that I'm saying? Yeah, what is the concern that you have? What am I out of touch with? I'm curious. We're gonna be 50? Yeah, I know. It's context dependent. Oh, of course not. I mean, of course it is, yeah. I mean, 100%. Make you feel fucking old? Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it? You're assuming younger people won't find new ways to communicate. It's already happening with many platforms that have different age targets. So you're thinking that, like, young people are going to, like, not use the internet, or like what do you, are they going to just, like, stop using YouTube, or I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they mean stuff like TikTok, etc. No, you're right. There's definitely gonna there's always gonna be platforms. Like for example, I feel like Pinterest has always been like a social platform. It's like a social media network, mainly for girls. You know, I feel like this is like primarily like a female social media platform, in the same way that like Twitch is like mainly a male platform. And like obviously like there's overlap, but you know, it's, I'd say 60-40, 70-30. And yeah, of course you're gonna have that, but like many people, and like this is what a lot of people do, is people go on they go on, like, let's say TikTok, and they look at all the new ones for that day, and then they go on YouTube and they look at all the new ones for that day on YouTube, and then they go on Twitter and they look at all the things they want to get mad about. This is just like what people do. Maybe next generation is streaming will stay on our generation. Will streaming stay on our generation? I don't know. That's a good question. So you're saying something would be like it'd be like this. It'd be like that instead. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think that's like, I mean, like movies haven't really gone anywhere, you know? People still watch movies. No, I think that like you've had now we're gonna be jumping over to VR. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be TVs lost a ton. Well, TV is just a medium, right? Like the consumption of content, the avenue in which the content is consumed has changed, but the consumption of content has not. There are still a lot that the kids that were gonna sit in front and watch Cartoon Network are now just sitting in front and watching Midskip. Right? They're still doing the same thing. They're just doing it on a different place. So yeah, I think streaming is going to keep getting bigger, and I think online content creation more so is going to keep getting bigger. Like, not necessarily streaming itself. Like, streaming might die, and who gives a shit, right? But like online content creation, I don't really think will. What could be the next level of streaming? Probably programmable VR companions. I think that will be popular. Basically like personal VTubers that are programmed algorithmically. Yeah, a Kumar companion, surrogate friendships. And this will happen, I don't know when that's gonna happen, probably in like 20 years. I mean, like, you'll start seeing it in the next 5 years, right? And you already see it in VR now, where like you can pay different people in VR to be your companion and, you know, go around and do stuff with you. But like, it'll become normalized in, I think, probably 5 or 10 years. Yeah, things are gonna get really crazy. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, and maybe I'm wrong, but like, I don't think I am, man. I really don't think so. I think things are just about to go completely fucking nuts. Religious revolution. I think that there could be a religious revival as a counterculture to it. I think that could happen, sure. Yeah, absolutely. In Japan, it's already happening. Yeah, but the technology isn't there to give you the immersion that you need. Past 20 years, only been upgrades, nothing groundbreaking. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, really, the Sony Vive, or the, whatever the, Valve, Index. Is it Sony Vive? I don't remember what it is. Either way, like, the Valve Index is effectively just a Virtual Boy. Right? It's a portable Virtual Boy with really, 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 really good graphics. What's going to be the smartphone of VR? Or the smartphone of immersion? I would say immersion much more so than VR. Or the iPhone of VR. Glasses or implant? I don't think an implant is ever going to catch on, personally. I don't think so. Implants are too invasive. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. What about augmented reality? Well, we already had augmented reality with Pokemon Go. People don't realize that, but we already had that, and it was massively successful. The problem is that people, there's no real type of innovation. I think that's... With something like this, you need to have, like a person who like just really understands like kind of what people need. And I don't know if there is a person in the space right now that can do that. Or at least like lead that, right? I mean, there's a lot of people, like I would say like Steve Jobs, right? Definitely was like incredibly groundbreaking with the Apple PC and also with the smartphone. And also with the iPhone, and also with the iPod. Like, I think that the iPod, the iPhone, and the original Apple PC, like, what they did was absolutely groundbreaking. And yeah, you can say it was all Steve Wozniak, you can say it was all the Apple II team, you can say it was whoever, right? But it's still Steve Jobs who's writing those checks. It's still one person with a vision at the head of the table who's making decisions. And maybe if it's not Steve Jobs, like you can just take the person out of it. It's a certain type of insight. All good innovators are dead. I don't think that's true. I don't like whenever we fetishize CEOs. Well, fetishizing a CEO is like asking and like wondering what they do in their morning routine, right? Like, it's not saying that they were impactful in the field that they worked in. Like, that's not fetishizing anybody at all. That's just like having a conversation about somebody's accomplishments. Like that's not like, yeah, that's not what it is at all. Is Elon Musk one of them? I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I think with the whole space thing, yes. I think that we'll know in like 20 years. Because a lot of the things like, like Elon Musk has a lot of things that he's trying to do, but they're just like so big that these are like, this will take like 100 years in order for this thing to fully play out. You know, for like electric cars or for, you know, space travel. And also, Elon Musk has also been like one who said that things are going to get crazy too, so, you know, I guess I'm in good company, and, especially with AI. No, I think he's right. Was your time discourage you? No, it doesn't discourage me, it just is, it puts it into context, that's all. When it's a fraudster, dreams big, gets people to pay for it. Nah, it doesn't. I don't give a fuck. Right? It doesn't matter. Like nobody is nobody gets there by themselves. Everybody has to get help. There's nobody who accomplishes anything really big like that. Probably all on their own. There's always going to be people in the background and supporting roles that are making things happen. See Sophie AI once a kid? No, I didn't see that. How long until the first full AI Twitch streamer? See, this is what I'm not really sure about, and like I don't know how people's brains are going to approach this. So there was and I have like there's conflicting evidence for both of them. So there was a study that was done where like they had a therapy machine, and this was in like the 60s or 70s or something like this, where people actually really liked talking to this therapy machine, and it was just programmed as an algorithm to ask you basically your same question back to you in like a new way. And so that would indicate that the idea of like a AI streamer or something like that would be very profitable, because people would prefer that type of like, you know, curated interaction. Eliza, I'm not sure what it is. And so, could stream 24/7 as well, exactly. I think that in order for VR, and sorry, not VR, in order for like an AI streamer to work, it would have to be developed to where the person who's watching it is completely, it's a completely personal experience. So each person has like their own personal streamer. It'd have to be a cute anime girl? Well, yeah, I mean, of course it would be. That's why all the like, how many VTubers do you see that look like the real life version of Mario from Mario Brothers? None. There are no fat Italian plumbers that are sitting there and, you know, scratching their ass, who are VTubers. No, they're all just cute kawaii anime girls. Of course. Cute kawaii, cute. Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot that it literally means cute. But the Turing test, the test of an AI can fool a person into thinking they're a real person. Yeah, maybe. And, seen a movie Her? No. No, it's not gonna be Ghost in the Shell. I don't know about that. I don't think that, I think that it's gonna be just the same as like, you know, you go back and you look at like futuristic movies from like the 50s, and there were some things that they got right. There were absolutely some things that movies from the 50s got right that happen now. Like my dad uses an example where like you can talk and like make phone calls on a watch. Like, you can do that now. And they thought that was going to happen, like, in the 50s. And, yeah, flying cars didn't happen, but other things will. Choose the avatar of the AI, it's somehow just cute. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think that we'll get to the point where, I don't know. Yeah, it's really kind of hard to say. Like Dick Tracy, just watch. That's the example my dad gives me. Yeah, Dick Tracy. Einstein was around 100 years ago. They weren't stupid. No, these guys, they know what's going on. What about for girls? Life-size talking dog or something? I think that you'll probably see like sex dolls and stuff like that. I don't know how that's really gonna happen. Like, I feel like that's like just way too far in the future for it to really work. Like, yeah, like what is the incel lifestyle in 35 years? I'm not sure. Real doll with a chip? No, I don't think so. Existing lifelike robots are so creepy. If I had to guess, I'll tell you in 30 years, yeah. If I had to guess, I would assume that there'll be programmable AI that people like will like fall in love with. And then there'll also be like, it won't be like a robot that you go with. It's not like you're gonna take your robot girlfriend to the grocery store. It would be more where like you interact with your girlfriend through some apparatus, and that's how it would happen. There would be like some separate apparatus that you would do it with, like whether it's like a computer, some sort of headset, something like that. Like gonna be her? I have no idea, but that's what I think is gonna happen. No, I didn't see that. Hologram sex chair. People already take body pillows and sex dolls around with them. Oh, that actually reminds me, I have to take Yashlada downstairs. She's just been sitting here next to the chair. Yeah. Crossing out? No, it's fine. Am I gonna buy the Yashlada doll? No, of course not. Can your robot girlfriend break up with you? Yeah, if you forget to fucking pay her subscription, she breaks up with you. Yeah, I'll probably have some bullshit like that. Nah, and like, I'm telling you guys, like, bro, this shit's gonna be wild. Like, I honestly am gonna have so much stream content for the next 30 years just talking about fucking crazy shit like this happening. Because you think about it, it's like, we had no video games for 2,000 years. And then one day we had Pong, and then 40 years later we have the new God of War. Like, think about like how fast that went 0 to 60 real quick. Think about it. Like, that went 0 to 60 real fucking quick. 40 years? Yeah. When did Pong come out? It was like the 80s, right? Is it 70s? Okay, alright, yeah, maybe, yeah. There you go, 50 years. Yeah, I mean, there you fucking go. 50 years. Like, yeah, 2,000 years, ain't shit happened. And then in fucking 50 years, man, we went from Pong to the new God of War. That's insane, bro. Flight to space. Yeah, think about that. I don't understand. Humanity's older than 2,000 years. Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's 6,000, but you see what I'm saying, right? I mean, like, I'm just trying to put a sense of perspective. Yeah, like, I mean, you see what I'm saying. How about the other way around? We went from flying to the moon to anime titties. Well, no, man, because like back then people still jerked off to anime titties. It was just called something different, and they were just comics instead. Like now we're still doing like there's all kinds of like massive scientific advancements that happen all the time, man. It's just you don't hear about it because it's not popular or cool to talk about as much as it's cool to talk about like you know, someone using the wrong pronouns or someone who doesn't believe in COVID or something like that. It's because the like a lot of scientific discoveries are just so they're so abstract and like esoteric that you can't really understand them unless you understand a lot about science. But yeah, I mean, massive scientific breakthroughs happen all the time. To be fair, video, DVR, VR were all pushed into mainstream by porn industry. And thank you for that. Very much appreciated. I've seen more naked women than all of my ancestors combined. Yeah. Yeah. It's not even close either. It's not even close. What a time to be alive. Probably also dicks. I don't know. I think that like I feel like it was much more socially acceptable for men to be naked around other men. Like it was only recent that I think a lot of guys in you know, this is the grand scheme of things again, right? That guys got a little bit weird about that. Yeah, Roman bathrooms, shit like that. Mostly Western culture, though. Yeah. Ancestors probably... Yeah, Ancestors got more real girls, and you see more fake girls. Change human race first. VR partners or a dating app that chooses the best person for you. Definitely VR partners, because choosing the best person for you insults someone's ego. I think people won't do it. Anything that ever attacks people's ego, they never go with. It never happens. Ego or intellect? Yeah, exactly. Remember the bodies of girls I've been with? I don't remember what hair color the girl in yesterday's porn was. I don't really know like what the obsession with like a girl's hair color even is. Like I don't care, man. Like some girl was like, oh, what about like blonde hair? What about like gray hair? What about blue hair? Like I honestly didn't notice the last time. Just do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care. Well, no hair. I think I'm not really into that look personally. I think there probably are girls who would look hot with no hair, but I'm just not really into that. I think it's weird. Natalie Portman and V. True. True, true, true. Amber Rose. I mean, that's not her. You're just looking at her ass, man. Like, it's got nothing to do with her fucking hair, bro. Like, shut up. It's got nothing to fucking do with that. Alright, I gotta go to sleep. I'll wake up and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with the situation with my mom. Thanks for distracting me, guys. It worked real well. Gotta take Yashwada downstairs. I don't think my dad's seen this yet. Hopefully it stays that way. See you later. Peace.
Кажется, ты идешь к победе.